We're live. We're here to tell us about writing for your life. We welcome Publishing Club members, Cheryl Svensson and Marcia Hackett.
Yes.
Ladies, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wonderful to have you. Cheryl, when did you join the Pub Club, and what made you interested in joining?
I think I joined about 2020, and it was really just because I love books. I've always loved books, and I started a group that has been writing life stories, and they just kind of combined. And I realized that, you know, reading books and writing go together. So Pub Club, it was it.
It just made sense.
Yep, made a lot of sense.
Awesome. And Marcia, how about you?
I joined probably about the exact same time. It was just at the end of the pandemic, and I spent that time writing my memoirs.
Did you?
Which I finished, but then I needed some help in publishing. So that's why I joined the Publishing Club, and I subsequently got my book published.
Oh my goodness.
And have been in the club ever since.
Wow. So give us a little bit about your background and what made you want to write a memoir.
Well, I was a community college instructor for English as a second language. And I taught for 17 years, but I taught in the adult program. I absolutely loved it. And of course, this wasn't a writing program, but it was a wonderful job, and I loved that.
Oh, that's fantastic. So you are having an event, Writing for Your Life.
Mm-hmm.
Who, why, what, where? Cheryl, give us a little bit of an overview about this event and the topic that is going to be presented.
Well, the topic, I think it's especially important to the Publishing Club because they are all writers, but they're all writing about other things, either nonfiction or fiction, but a lot of writers don't write about their life, which is one of the most important things. You know, what kind of a life have you had? Where do you understand where you've been? Then you know where you're going to be going forward. So we thought that, you know, to get them to think about writing about their own life story. And the Publishing Club has published anthologies every year for, what, 15 years or something?
Yeah, this was our 10th
You know, but they've
anniversary.
been stories, you know, that haven't been particularly about their life. So we think it's important that they don't forget their story while they're writing everybody else's stories.
Right. So is that why you feel like it's important for the Laguna Woods Village?
Well, the
residents
Laguna
here.
Woods Village, 18,000 people, everybody has a story to tell, right?
Right.
And you don't take time to sit down
No.
and write about it. And
No.
if you write about it, you understand it better.
You almost need a pandemic to sit down and write about it.
That's exactly
Well,
right.
that's how it started.
That is.
I mean, years ago, I interviewed Ray Bradbury, the famous writer, and the one thing I remember was he said, everybody has a story to tell, and it's absolutely true.
I agree. Absolutely. So your event is taking place Wednesday, November 13th.
Right.
And so is this open to everybody, to all residents?
Yes, all residents and guests. You know, anybody that has an interest in life story writing or wants to know more about it, yes, it's definitely open to everyone.
Wonderful. So Marcia, what is your role in supporting?
Well,
The
I'm the
presentation.
secretary of the club, but my role in supporting this particular program is I've taken 2 GAB, which stands for Guided Autobiography classes, and 2 of the people on the panel were my instructors. And so now I'm taking the GAB instructor training so that I can do this when I finish, and I'd like to do it in Laguna Woods.
Sure.
You know, be the instructor for guided autobiography, but it's not autobiography, it's writing life stories. So that's my goal, and that's how I fit in.
And so once you're finished with the book and it's published, what's next?
You mean, what do you mean the book?
Your memoir.
Oh, well, then I'm just keeping on writing. You know, I'm getting to be a better writer, I hope. You know, and in the instructors program, we have certain topics we write about every single week, such as family or career or health, aging, finances, which, you know, affect everybody, no matter who you are. And this helps us to review our own lives, but it'll help, you know, my students, if I have some, to do the same.
Yes. And then are you hoping that these memoirs get passed down through the family, through the generations?
Absolutely. It's the most important thing. It connects generations together.
Right.
You know, they've done research that shows that children, adolescents that know something about their family have higher resilience, self-esteem, self-control than kids that don't.
I suppose it's because you feel a sense of belonging.
Right.
And you feel a sense
Absolutely.
of connection with people that maybe you've only met on a handful of occasions.
That's right. And
As
you
your
haven't
best
heard the
friend,
stories.
child.
And the stories make it personal. You know, you can see Grandpa, Grandpa was in World War II. What does that mean?
Right.
But if Grandpa tells a story about, flying over, Germany in a fighter jet or something, in 1944, it makes a big
Sure.
difference than just hearing it or reading the research about it.
Right. And then just kind of having a basic understanding of that history of the
Right.
family.
I really love it when my granddaughters, who are all 4 of whom are in college right now, but when I visit them, they want to know about my life, which is wonderful,
It's wonderful.
because it affects their life too.
Absolutely.
But see, that's where writing comes in as important, because you don't have time. You're going to meet now for Thanksgiving. How much time is there going to be with everybody sitting around the table to ask Grandma about her life
Absolutely
story?
Right.
So if you have something written with photos added and they're fun stories, they can learn how to relate to Grandma in a different
That's
way.
wonderful. Well, let's encourage Laguna Woods Village
Yes.
residents to come to your event Wednesday, November 13th.
Right.
Clubhouse 3, Dining Room 2 from 2 to 4 p.m.
Right.
Perfect.
And members are free and guests are $5.
That's correct.
Right. Well, I wish you a very good turnout to your event. Sounds amazing.
Well, you can come if you want.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for inviting. Cheryl and Marcia, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
joining us
Thank you very much.
today.
Thanks.
Appreciate
Okay,
you being
thanks.
here.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome. Oh, excuse me. You're watching this day. We'll be right back.